in a vast country like India, where um, there are so many distribution outlets, such a large population, distribution obviously plays a very, very important role in the marketing mix. You may have a wonderful product, you have excellent pricing, but if your distribution is not right, you will not be able to reach the benefits of your product and pricing to the end consumer. This is true for B2B and B2C business. Now, in our sort of industry in which we operate, this distribution is complex. Therefore, it's called value-added distribution. And I have some stalwarts with me who will talk about this particular dimension of this business.
Let me give you some brief on Spark Technology. It is almost 34-year-old organization based at the IT hub of India. That's a Nehru Place. Okay. And we are distributor of almost 16 different brand and different domain we serve. Different domain we say, it is not related to IT, but it is related to the security also, it is related to the AV industry also, and it is related to the networking and so on. Okay. Yes, definitely look at 35 year back, what the IT industry was and how thing has been evolved. And today let's refer the couple of discussion which has been going on. From hardware to the cloud and cloud to the AI, people are been talking. And the IT distribution is been entirely different from stockist. People used to be called as a stockist, then it has been, the name has been changed to the distribution, and now it is in a value added distribution.
I think AI is a buzzword. I think Microsoft team is also explained. It's a buzzword in the current days. But what is AI? AI is not working on their own. It depends on how the algorithm you are building. Now, algorithm is also built by the individuals, and that individual's mindset is very, very important when they are developing the algorithms. So, in terms of the business point of view, I'm not talking about only the value-added distribution, but any distribution. This agentic AI is now a common phenomenon, and without that, I think none of the business can move forward.
And while mostly we talk about IT, people know us about IT, most of the people in the channel and in the market wherever we operate, people know about IT, but we also do lifestyle, small home appliances categories which are lesser known. And in diverse platform, like not only general trade, but we also cater to your online platforms and also sell in marketplaces and lesser known right now quick commerce. So there are diverse platforms we operate on, hence it is not an easy job, yes. And the reason we are able to be successful in this is because we prefer the volume of the, we prefer the quality of the engagement with the brands rather than the volume and the scale. So we choose brands. So we don't do business with all the brands which comes to our way. And we go very deep into these brands, like whichever brand we are dealing with, we have a dedicated team from each of the brands. So you may say, yes, 250 brands, how can you have so much teams? But then we have created segment-wise teams. So there is a dedicated team for, let's say, SHA category. There is a dedicated team for the IT category, dedicated team for the quick commerce, marketplace, online B2B, online B2C. So these are the teams which work separately with the brands and engage in creating a value for the brand. So what is the most difficult place the brands are, because they are not able to manage that. They would always love to go direct. The brands will always love to go direct. Then the value of the distribution increases in the ecosystem.
I'll just tell you something about myself. I started my career with Nestle. That was my first organization to work with, and that journey lasted for about 5 years. After which I went on to join Reebok, Adidas, and I mean the last 5-6 years has been purely into IT. Otherwise, I don't hail from the industry. But I think sir touched upon a very relevant topic. You know, when I see the qualification of sir, It takes me back to 1950 when probably IIT Kharagpur was the first IIT in the country which was set up. And I think IIT Delhi was the third one, if I'm not wrong, in 1961, if I may say so. And today in this journey, I think, we have 23 IITs, maybe around 22 IIMs, and 20 operational AIMS hospitals in the country. And having said that, there are 5 which are there in the pipeline. So much so that one of them has been planned for Manipur in Northeast. So why I'm touching upon these points is because, if we just go back to about 10 years from now, the total number of districts in the country were about 693, 700, touching 700. And in this 10 years, last 10 years, we've generated 100 more districts, so we are now hovering around 800. So why I'm saying and quoting all these examples is, when the based on the population, when the districts are identified and new districts are evolving every year, which means in the last 10 years, every year we've had 10 new districts in the country. If I'm not wrong, about 4 years back, Rajasthan had 31 districts, and all of a sudden there was an announcement. 19 new districts in the country were all of a sudden announced. People may link it to political scenario that elections are nearby, but don't look at it from that perspective.